But we're all safe, and that's the important thing. This isn't going to be on the news, is it?
Actually, that was live, Lisa.
Oh, it was?
Thanks for sharing your story. I really do appreciate it. And good luck to you.
Oh, my
All right, that was Lisa Rulin, the wife of the owner of the Crabapple Auto Repair Shop. Live TV, guys.
Good morning, Kit.
Good morning. Check this out, guys. This tree is huge. It measures 11 feet all the way around at the base, and it just snapped off about 10 feet up on the ground here. So it fell across Lucille Avenue Southwest here in Atlanta, across the street, where it impaled a Honda Civic through the windshield. We're being told by the crews that were out here last night there were no injuries. So if there was a driver inside this car at the time, they were very lucky. Also, you can see the car kind of sits up on the sidewalk here, which means the tree probably pushed it up against the curb. Gives you some idea of just how strong the winds were here last night.
Fox 5's Kiet Do is live at HARTSFIELD-JACKSON Airport with all the details for us. Kit?
Lisa, it was a rock concert atmosphere out here because hundreds of Delta employees were ringing these bells that they handed out to mark a very rare and historic event indeed. The New York Stock Exchange actually moved their bell opening here to Atlanta's HARTSFIELD-JACKSON Airport because they say Delta pulled it off. And I want to show you something here. Delta employees are in here checking their stock because every single employee has received several shares of stocks, and they say today is a new day. Back out here live at America's Mart, where thousands of kids are showing up for this audition. They do have room for the auditions. They will be here all day long, so if you have time, bring the kids on out. The shooting happened right where these bloodstains are in the parking lot, and the witnesses just happened to be sitting in the patio of the Barnacles restaurant, enjoying, of all things, 25-cent shrimp on a Monday night. Witnesses told police they saw the victim pull up in a white sedan and then park kind of crooked across several parking spaces. They saw the gunman walk up and fire 3 shots at point-blank range. This fire started at around 2 o'clock this morning, and with the sun coming up, it's going to push the temperatures up into the mid-70s. Relative humidity is going to drop down to about 10 to 15%. Combine that with the winds that are whipping along here at about 25 miles an hour, and you have a very real danger that this fire could jump the break later on today and spread. On any given day, typically this is where the line begins, inside HARTSFIELD-JACKSON's atrium. But today the line snakes all the way through the airport. It goes by the MARTA station and begins right here in baggage claim. 2 of the 5 idols have come from Birmingham, so chances are the next American Idol is right here. No one from Metro Atlanta has ever won it, but we'll see if we can change that. The SUV was upside down and the roof was crushed in, which meant that Joyce was dangling from her seatbelt. She freed herself from the seatbelt and she leaned on the horn and flashed the lights until the car battery ran out. And then at some point she decided if she was going to survive, she'd have to save herself. And so after 17 hours, Joyce wiggled her way into the back, popped the door open, and walked away from this crash. And did we mention she's 60 years old? Catherine Washington gave birth to her only son, Ernest Lee Walker, on March 19, 1984. 23 years later, police say he killed her. Is that her blood on your shoes?
Yeah, from last night.
Her friend, Charlie Tinsley, was in the other room last night when he heard the 2 grandkids screaming.
He had said some kind of loud noise, then I come around the corner. Then I saw him over her with a knife.
He was standing over her body with a knife?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Investigators say just before 10 o'clock, Catherine had just finished cooking and serving the family dinner. Catherine asked her son to clear the table and do the dishes, and that's when the 2 began to argue. At that point, Marietta police say Ernest Walker went back into his bedroom to get a knife, at which point he returned back to where his mother was and then stabbed her multiple times in the chest and the back. Paramedics took her to the hospital where she died. Charlie says when police arrested her son, Ernest was emotionless. Why would he do something like this?
I don't know. I don't really know. They must have had an argument before, I guess. I don't know.
Catherine had recently moved here from Warner Robins and worked at Goodwill, tagging clothes. She was watching her grandkids for the summer, and her landlord says she was a firecracker with a lot of energy. Catherine Fountain Washington was 47 years old. In Marietta, Kiet Do, Fox 5 News. No matter how you spin it, money is money. In the past month, the cost of a gallon of regular unleaded gas has gone up 56 cents. If you feel like you're getting nickel and dimed at the pump, you're not alone. But at some point, 56 cents, well, it starts adding up to real money. So let's say on average the Georgia commuter drives about 250 miles a week and your car gets on average about 20 miles a gallon. That means you're paying an extra $30 a month on top of what you're already spending on gas. And you're not just paying at the pump. We found the cost of goods and services for practically everything that directly involves gas has gone up. For the Great Views Landscaping Company to power leaf blowers, lawnmowers, and their trucks, it now costs an extra $400 a month. They pass half of that increase on to their customers. And have you noticed the cost of shipping has gone up too? Buy online or ship a package to friends or family, and you'll notice something called a fuel surcharge. It can range from a few dollars to, this case, 23 cents.
It hurts a lot when I see gas go up every day.
At this Domino's Pizza in Northeast Atlanta, you now pay $1 for delivery. Domino's, in turn, pays Dan a flat rate per delivery. So any gas price hike now comes right out of his own pocket.
This is my livelihood. That's the only job I have.
A few cents here, a few dollars there. The bulk of gas pains, however, are still at the pump. So the average Georgian commuter will spend about an extra $30 a month, which comes out to about $360 extra a year on gas. But it's not like you don't have alternatives. I'm Kiet Do, Fox 5 News.
Fox 5's Kiet Do recently took a walking tour of the area, and he joins us now live from Atlantic Station with his Fox 5 pedometer. Kiet?
Pedometer, exactly. I've got it on right here, and we used it in the story because the people who built Atlantic Station say that a lot of thought and planning went into the design. For example, the street that's behind me here is a lot narrower than you would normally see around Atlanta, and the sidewalks are much wider. This is all to promote a lot of walking in an area that is so big that it has its own zip code, 138 acres. And really, the thought of all that walking, well, makes me want to go back to bed.
Atlantic Station is now officially open.
Atlantic Station, 30363. It's a project that's been nearly 10 years in the works. You know, that construction site off of 17th Street and the downtown connector. While it's being touted as a city within a city, Atlantic Station says it's a place where you can live, work, and play. Honestly, I'd be happy with 2 out of 3. Live, work, and play all in the same area? It'd be nice in a city with some of the worst traffic in the country. Thing is, though, is it possible? I don't know. But there is one way to find out. Atlantic Station is divided into 3 parts. The district with shops, restaurants, office, and entertainment. The commons with living space. And the village with more apartments and IKEA. At last count, there were 3,000 apartments, lofts, condos, and homes sprinkled throughout. We'll measure the walking distance in an average day using our Fox 5 pedometer. First things first, though, to get to the closest gourmet cup of coffee, it took me 14 minutes to walk 0.56 miles. Wachovia is Atlantic Station's largest employer. To get here from the coffee stop, we walked another 3 minutes, which brings our total walking distance to 0.77 miles. Let's go eat.
The walk from Wachovia to overflow the Fox Sports Grill is a half-mile round trip. It should take you about 10 minutes.
And at the end of the day, you can grab dinner on the 0.77-mile walk back to the house. Altogether, we walked about 40 minutes today, burned up about 200 calories for a total distance of 2 miles. Not bad when you consider gas is $3 a gallon, and the exercise isn't bad either. The Wachovia office tower is now full, the retail shops are 90% leased, and the people are buying the homes before they're even built. Live, work, play may just be the winning formula to turn this old steel mill into a gold mine. It's a development that costs $2 billion and spans 138 acres. Will it become a destination, a tourist hotspot? Can it live up to the hype? That all depends on you. All right, a total walking distance of 2 miles. That does not include all the walking that you'll do in the office when you go to work. Grand opening is set for 10 o'clock this morning. Everyone is invited. We're live at Atlantic Station. Kiet Do for Good Day.